When he was a young boy, he would often visit his grandfather, a man of wisdom, calmness, and quiet strength. Every visit was special. They'd sit together under the shade of trees, sipping tea, talking about everything from the stars in the sky to the meaning of life. One sunny afternoon, the boy looked up at his grandfather and asked, "Grandpa, when I grow up, I want to become a successful man. Can you tell me how to become one?" The grandfather smiled, his eyes reflecting years of experience. He didn't answer right away. Instead, he stood up, gently took the boy's hand and said, "Come with me." They walked together to a nearby nursery. There, the grandfather purchased two small saplings, tiny, green, and full of potential. When they returned home, the grandfather planted one sapling inside the house, carefully placing it in a pot by the window. The other he planted outside in the open soil, exposed to the sunlight, wind, and rain. Then he turned to the boy and asked, "What do you think? Which of these two plants will grow better in the future?" The boy thought for a moment and replied, "I think the plant inside the house will grow better, Grandpa. It's safe from dangers. There's no harsh sunlight, no storms, no animals to harm it. The plant outside might not survive." His grandfather only smiled and said, "Well, let's see what the future holds." Years passed. Life moved on. The boy grew up and moved away with his parents, but the question of success still lingered in his heart. 4 years later, the boy, now a young man, returned to visit his grandfather. As soon as he saw him, he said, "Grandpa, years ago I asked you to tell me how to become successful, but you never gave me an answer. This time you have to tell me." The grandfather chuckled softly and nodded. "I promised you an answer, didn't I? Come, let me show you something first." Walk to the corner of the house where the potted plant had been kept. The plant had grown, taller than before, but it remained slender, confined to the limits of the pot. Its leaves were few and its roots shallow. Then the grandfather took him outside to the garden. There stood the second plant, now a majestic tree, towering with strength and grace. Its branches stretched far and wide, dancing with the wind. Its roots dug deep into the earth. Birds nested in it. It cast shade over the path where strangers passed. The boy's eyes widened. The grandfather looked at him and asked, "Tell me, which one grew better? Which one is more successful?" The boy pointed to the giant tree outside and said, "Obviously, the one we planted outside. But how is that possible, Grandpa? It faced the storms, the heat, the animals. It was never protected." The old man smiled and said, "That's exactly why it grew so strong. The challenges it faced didn't break it, what they built it." He continued, "Listen carefully, son. This is the answer you asked for years ago. If you only choose the comfortable path in life, you will never know how strong you can truly be. It is the discomfort, the struggle, the storms of life. Those are the very things that stretch your roots, strengthen your core, and push you to grow beyond limits." He pointed to the potted plant and said, "Look at this one. It was safe, yes, but it never grew beyond the pot. It was never tested, so it never became strong." Success isn't about avoiding storms. It's about learning to dance in the rain. It's about letting the wind shape you, not break you. The boy stood silently, staring at the mighty tree, its branches swaying confidently in the breeze. For the first time, he truly understood. Life is much like these two plants. Many of us seek comfort, avoiding difficulties and pain. We believe that if we stay safe, we will thrive. But growth demands challenge. Strength demands resistance. Success demands struggle. Think about it. A diamond is just a piece of coal that survived intense pressure. Muscles only grow when they are pushed beyond their limits. Mountains are climbed one difficult step at a time, not by coasting downhill. The greatest men and women in history were not the ones who avoided pain. They were the ones who used pain as fuel. They weren't made by ease, but by endurance. They didn't grow in silence, but in storms. So what about you? Are you choosing the pot because it feels safe? Or are you ready to be planted in the ground where your roots can grow deep? Yes, the world will test you. Yes, people may doubt you. Yes, you will fail, fall, and face rejection. But remember this: every hardship is a hidden seed of strength. Every storm is a training ground for greatness. Don't fear the winds. Use them to lift your wings. Don't curse the dark. Become the light. Just like in a game, the fun part isn't walking through empty levels. The joy comes from solving puzzles, facing bosses, and rising after every fall. Life is no different. Each challenge is an invitation to level up. Every obstacle you face is not a barrier. It is a bridge to your potential. Every no is not the end. It's a redirection to something greater. Every storm you survive makes you more resilient for the next one. So the next time you find yourself in a hard place, remember that roots only grow deeper when they are pushed by pressure. You were not created to stay small. You were not born to live confined in a pot. You were made to rise, to expand, to flourish, and to shade others with your strength. Let every pain shape you. Let every trial teach you. Let every loss lead you to something more meaningful. Don't just grow, become unshakable. If this story inspired you, touched your soul, or sparked a new way of thinking, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to Dreamframe Empowerment, where we bring you stories that light your path and help you grow beyond your limits. Your support helps us reach more hearts, more lives, and more dreamers like you. Stay bold, keep rising, and remember, the deeper your roots, the higher you can grow.